So I've been a humane educator for almost 40 years, and I have learned that most people are unwilling to change their food choices, even when they know that they are causing egregious and unimaginable suffering and harm. Why do you think it is so hard for most people to live in greater alignment with their desire not to cause cruelty to animals?
I'm assuming that what you're describing as an unwillingness to change one's diet is an unwillingness to change one's diet from carnistic to vegan. I think there's a huge willingness to change one's diet in that direction, but to transform one's diet entirely is sort of difficult to ask for people. So I'll kind of explain this in a couple of ways. One is that carnism conditions us to resist anyone or anything that would get us out of the carnistic box, right? And to feel defensive against information that challenges our deeply entrenched carnistic belief that eating animals is a legitimate thing to do. It's the quote unquote right thing to do. And you see this all the time. All you have to do is open your mouth and say, I'm vegan. And immediately you're basically assaulted with all of the reasons that your diet and your lifestyle and your philosophy are wrong, by a person who never heard the word vegan before 5 minutes ago when you first said it. I always recommend that when we're talking about this issue of eating animals, that we invite people to consider, not becoming quote unquote vegan, but to be as vegan as possible, because nobody can be more vegan than what they feel is possible for them. We therefore allow other people to be the expert on what really is sustainable or possible for them in their lives. And frankly, if everyone in the world were as vegan as possible, the world would be vegan fairly quickly. I also like to, think about what I call a vegan allies. A vegan ally is a person who's not fully vegan themselves, but who is actually a supporter of veganism. And there are many, many people in the world who genuinely believe in the principles of veganism. And if you talk to them, and there have been surveys on this, and I can just say in my own anecdotal experience, many people are like, oh, that's great, you're vegan. I wish I could be. I want the kind of world that you want. It just doesn't feel doable to me. Okay, great. Be as vegan as possible, be a vegan ally. And what that means is use your influence in whatever way you can to help this cause. And frankly, some of the people who have done the most for the cause that I know are people who are not vegan. This framing, in my experience, it invites people in to be more supportive, and it helps change to feel more sustainable for people.
Watch Solutionary Voices on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other major streaming platforms.